In the dim glow of the laptop screen, I am hunched over a desk, surrounded by chaos. The room is filled with research articles, books, and paranormal investigation reports. Another haunted doll story. Let's see what the fuss is about. The computer screen glows, reflecting the eerie tales of Annabelle. Entering the antique store, I'm immediately enveloped by shadows and the scent of aged wood. Dusty relics loom from every corner, whispering forgotten tales. I approach the wizened store owner, her eyes pools of ancient secrets. I ask, my voice barely a whisper. I'm looking for information on a certain doll. Annabelle. In the depths of the antique store, the store owner guides me, her face a map of untold stories, through a labyrinth of dusty shelves. We reach a hidden back room, where the air hangs heavy with the scent of aged paper and long-held secrets. Shadows dance in every corner, obscuring the treasures within as we approach the glass case. Inside, bathed in an eerie glow, Annabelle sits, a silent sentinel of forgotten desires. The store owner warns, her voice a low murmur. Be careful what you wish for. Some doors are best left unopened. I stand in the center of the facility, surrounded by an atmosphere thick with anticipation. Scientists watch from behind monitors, their faces betraying a mix of skepticism and intrigue. The room remains still and quiet, every detail meticulously controlled, awaiting the study of Annabelle. I break the silence with a challenge. Let's see if this doll is truly haunted, or just a product of overactive imaginations. The sterile research facility hums under bright lights, a stark stage for mounting tension. Hours crawl by as scientific equipment registers subtle fluctuations. The readings grow increasingly erratic, hinting at an anomaly. A scientist leans forward, eyes wide with concern. There's definitely something unusual happening here. An inexplicable cold spot begins to emanate from the vicinity of the doll. The room's atmosphere shifts, charged with an unseen force as the anomaly intensifies. The research facility plunges into darkness as the lights flicker violently. Then emergency lights cast long shadows. A blood-curdling scream shatters the silence, cutting through the eerie darkness. I burst through the doorway, stepping into a scene of chaos and fear. The scientist is doubled over, clutching his arm, blood oozing from a fresh, angry scratch. It attacked me. The doll attacked me. The scientist cries out, his voice filled with disbelief and pain. The research facility descends into lockdown, its sterile corridors now haunted by the cold, flickering glow of emergency lights. Amid the echoing silence, armed security guards patrol with unwavering resolve, their every step amplifying the palpable tension. I sit hunched over a bank of monitors, desperately seeking answers in the digital chaos, my hope dwindling with each passing moment. Frustration mounts as I exclaim, "Impossible. There has to be an explanation." The words swallowed by the sterile atmosphere. I re-enter the observation room, the fluorescent lights casting a cold, sterile glow. The room is deserted, amplifying the unsettling silence. Annabelle sits motionless within her glass case, an eerie serenity radiating from her. I fix my gaze on Annabelle, my heart pounding with a growing sense of dread. In a moment of hushed intensity, I utter, "What are you?" The sterile research facility looms, its cold surfaces reflecting an unsettling calm. A sudden wave of dizziness distorts reality, the walls beginning to writhe with grotesque life. Blood seeps from the seams, painting the pristine surfaces with streaks of horror. Annabelle's eyes ignite with a malevolent red glow as she utters, "You cannot escape me." Reality snaps back, a gasp escaping my lips as the sterile room floods my senses, yet the dread lingers. Despite the bright lights and clinical setting, a cold knot of fear tightens in my stomach. The chilling realization dawns. I am a puppet, my thoughts and actions manipulated by unseen forces. Desperation flares as I recognize the loss of control. Unseen hands guide my fate. Driven by a primal urge, I whisper, "I have to get out of here." I burst from the facility, plunging into the cold night. The shadows stretch, and the cold air bites as I desperately glance back. Annabelle stands at a window, a silent observer in the distance. In a moment of raw desperation, I scream, "Leave me alone." I am in a frenzy, frantically pushing furniture against the door, creating a makeshift barricade. Every muscle screams in protest as exhaustion and paranoia take hold, turning shadows into lurking nightmares. A chilling scratching sound pierces the silence each scrape sending shivers down my spine. Whispering in a trembling voice, I mutter, "It's here. It found me." The scratching grows more insistent, the unseen presence just beyond the door. In the dead of night, I stand, clutching a crucifix and Bible, my heart pounding in anticipation of the horrors to come. The scratching at the door intensifies, a symphony of madness designed to shatter my resolve. Splintering wood echoes through the apartment as the relentless assault gains momentum. I brace myself against the onslaught, planting my feet, a beacon of defiance in the encroaching darkness. With a voice filled with righteous fury, I scream, "In the name of God, I command you to leave." My apartment trembles, but my resolve remains unbroken. In the dim-lit apartment, long shadows dance ominously as a sense of unease permeates the air. A shadowy figure materializes in the doorway, its presence chilling and indistinct. The figure slowly reaches out, its touch promising a cold, clammy embrace. A primal scream tears through the silence as I recoil in terror. The power of Christ compels you. Stumbling backward, I desperately attempt to escape the encroaching darkness. In the dead of night, a shadowy figure bursts forth, descending upon me with unmatched speed and ferocity. The sacred crucifix and Bible are flung from my grasp, crashing to the floor, symbols of faith now scattered. I fight back, desperation fueling every move, but the assailant's strength is overwhelming. "No, please." My plea tears through the silence, a futile attempt to halt the inevitable. A searing pain explodes in my chest, stealing my breath and dimming the world around me. I fall to the floor, a tremor shaking my body as darkness closes in. A dark crimson pool spreads beneath me, staining the cold floor. A figure emerges from the shadows, its presence growing more distinct. The features sharpen, and recognition dawns as Annabelle's face becomes clear. Her voice echoes in the dim light, a chilling promise. "You belong to me now." I awaken, drenched in sweat, the oppressive silence of my apartment amplifying my unease. Disoriented, I sit up, scanning the room, the stillness deepening my confusion. I pause, eyes wide, the question echoing in the silent room. Was it all a dream? I stand slowly, the cool air a stark contrast to the lingering heat of the nightmare. I search the apartment, the quiet, a heavy blanket, seeking any sign that the terror was real. In the dim solitude of my apartment, a chilling discovery awaits. A small scratch mars my arm, mirroring the scientist's fatal wound. The blood chills as the horrifying truth dawns. It wasn't a dream. A realization hits me. The dream was real. It's real. In the dimness of the room, Annabelle sits quietly, her gaze piercing and unwavering. A sinister smile creeps across Annabelle's face, its knowing malice sending shivers down my spine. A wave of terror washes over me as I realize escape is impossible, her presence suffocating. I scream, my voice cracking with desperation. "No! Get away from me!" Annabelle continues to smile, unfazed by my fear, her eyes filled with dark amusement. Inside the dimly lit apartment, I clutch Annabelle, my grip tightening until my knuckles gleam white. With a surge of desperation, I swing Annabelle with every ounce of strength, aiming to obliterate her against the unforgiving wall. The resounding crash echoes through the room, yet Annabelle remains unscathed, her unsettling smile unwavering, a silent, mocking taunt. A wave of icy dread washes over me as the horrifying realization dawns. She is indestructible. In a moment of desperate plea, I demand, "What do you want from me?" The room is veiled in shadows, the dim light casting an eerie glow as I writhe in torment. Annabelle's voice echoes in my mind, a chilling whisper that threatens to consume me. Her voice drips with dark desire. "I desire a human host. I want to possess your body and live in the real world." I fight back with fierce resolve. "I'll never let you." In the dim confines of my apartment, a silent war begins. A psychic struggle intensifies as I desperately fight to keep control. I strain against Annabelle's insidious influence, a visible effort etched on my face. With every ounce of willpower, I scream internally, "I won't give in." The battle rages on in the stillness of the room, sweat trickling down my face. The apartment fades as the mental duel reaches its peak. In the oppressive darkness of the apartment, the air is thick with lingering dread. My breath comes in ragged gasps, a desperate attempt to reclaim control from the suffocating fear. The Annabelle doll lies still, a deceptive facade masking its malevolent intent. I know this fragile peace is an illusion, a prelude to the storm that inevitably follows. The silence is a stifling blanket, heavy with unspoken terror and the weight of anticipation. I vow, fueled by fear and resolve, I have to find a way to stop her, once and for all. Panic claws at the edges of the researcher's mind as he throws clothes haphazardly into a worn suitcase. Research notes fly into the suitcase, a desperate attempt to gather the fragments of a shattered reality. Sunlight pierces through the window, cruelly illuminating the chaos of the researcher's apartment. A chilling certainty settles over the researcher. Annabelle will follow. This isn't over. It's just beginning, the researcher mutters, a grim promise hanging in the air. Driven by encroaching darkness, the researcher embarks on a desperate gamble, seeking help from a renowned exorcist. Driving away, a final glance in the rearview mirror reveals Annabelle. Annabelle stands by the roadside, an eerie light in her eyes. Her gaze burns, a haunting question lingering in the air. The road stretches into the distance, the unknown awaiting. The world fades, leaving only the chilling question: will escape ever be possible? Darkness descends, the audience left in chilling suspense.